Okay, I'm going to need to get the Apocalypse Now music. I've just determined that because this is just such a dramatic entrance right here for the Ultimate Weather Geek Webcast, episode number 2. Phil Humes, one of our guys here. I can tell he wants to be in this thing, right, Phil? All right, so good evening. Yes, long day. I'm sure you can see the red in the eyes. We had a little severe weather in the state today. One confirmed tornado in Harris County at the high school out there near Hamilton. We also had a fatality in Forsyth County, almost on the Forsyth-Fulton County line, north of Johns Creek, kind of south of Cumming. Then we also had reports near Sandy Springs of wind damage, and of course, we had one tornado warning that, of course, headed right towards Alpharetta, and that is where we live. And for some reason, the tornadoes always follow me. I don't know why. They followed me when I was in Lawton. They followed me when I was in Little Rock. They followed me when I was in Benton. It's like I'm going to live up to the same exact standards here. So I apologize for all of you in northern Fulton County. Not my fault. All right. So let's get geeky here. And there's that area of high pressure. And that area of high pressure now in charge. And that is allowing now, as you can see, remember, think of high pressure as the top of a hill, low pressure as a valley. So the winds are going to blow towards the low, but they're actually going to turn a little bit. So there you can see as they come off that area of high pressure, as they're coming off that area of high pressure, they're blowing in that direction. And yes, that means right over Georgia, we're going to see those winds straight out of the north. This is the mean sea level pressure analysis at about 7 o'clock tonight. So at 7 o'clock tonight, we got high pressure coming in. And you can see here on this map, these wind barbs, again, these wind barbs means the winds are out of the north. And let me go ahead and change the color on this so we can see a little bit better here. But there's the front throughout the Carolinas and all the way down into Birmingham, into Georgia, all the way down Alabama, into the Gulf of Mexico. So north of that, northerly winds. South of that, you can actually see the southwesterly winds. The southwesterly winds added to the shear in North Carolina. Unfortunately, a lot of fatalities in North Carolina from some tornadoes earlier tonight. Okay, so this is 850 millibars, and all this green stuff out here, that's humidity. And again, we've got the southwesterly winds blowing ahead of this trough. There's the trough, comes off that low, and the trough extends down to the Carolinas, and all of this is moisture that has been getting pumped northward. So a lot of cloud cover today, all this moisture headed in this direction. And there's that old 300 millibar map again. Yeah, what's that? Well, this is what is called the entrance region of the jet. You can actually see the increased wind speeds at that southern edge. The reason why it's called the entrance to the jet is the actual jet stream stays stationary, but the winds accelerate as they head into the jet stream. So as they come in from Texas, notice they accelerate. So what that does is this area has a lot of lift because you've got accelerating winds which pull the air from the bottom, pulls it from the surface as it lifts northward. That's why we had all that enhancement today. There you can actually see part of the northern edge of the jet. If you look closely, there's the jet right there. And there's that region, what we call the entrance region, where we had all that upward vertical velocity today, which also enhances the thunderstorms. Again, a little more perspective here. This is from 250 millibars. There's the jet stream, and this is from this morning. There's the jet stream, so that would put us in that region that gave us all that lift. Now, on the backside, you get all the winds pouring in from the northwest, and that's going to be happening tomorrow. Here's the 500 millibar map for tomorrow. And there's that area of vorticity, a lot of spin in that. That is lifting northward. And as it lifts northward, we've got what we're going to call anti-vorticity. Basically, what that means is sinking air. So you get rising air ahead of the vorticity, sinking air behind the vorticity, which means that all these winds get surface. So tomorrow, with this high pressure building in, you can see that high, again, out to the west. That's that high. That's going to build in. And remember, from high to low. So there's the high, there's the low, and that's going to keep us with those northerly winds. And with the jet stream winds translating down to the surface because of the sinking air, that is going to give us a lot of wind for tomorrow. By the way, this is the setup for this weekend. This is Saturday. High pressure here, there's a chance we can get a wind off the Gulf, which would wedge up against the Appalachians. We could get a wedge in here this weekend. We're going to call for highs in the 50s and the lower 60s. Okay, kind of a short and sweet version of the Ultimate Weather Geek webcast for tonight. We will, of course, have another one as demand is there. Until the next time, have a fantastic evening.